Hello.
Hi.
I feel like we just did this.
Yeah. I feel like the lighting's a little better though.
A little bit. I still have a shadow on my face.
Yeah, you're a lot taller than
I'm
me. We
taller.
haven't quite gotten this figured out. The hammock
We'll get
came
there.
back
Yes, the hammock is back in the house.
and it messed things up.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Hey, Christie's Coffee.
Hello,
Pines,
hello. Welcome in.
Music Man Bob.
Haven't seen you in
Books.
minutes.
Carly.
Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for that raid, Davey.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for bringing your fam over.
Welcome to Island Vibing Presents. People here call me Vibing, Viber, Vibes. Vibeski has been something that started.
Wow.
Yep. So that's a new thing. And you're adjacent in any other name that I call you.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes intentional, sometimes not.
Sometimes heard incorrectly.
Sometimes. Hello, cutie pie.
Hello, hello. So we have a show tonight. 2.
Viber.
This is show 2 tonight. We Ooh, they were delicious. Did you tell about our tacos? They were delicious tacos.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Oh,
I had
welcome
to
for
share.
6 months, Arco. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Arco.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. So many names. I have so many names. Never in my life have I had so many names.
That's true.
It's true. Although there are a lot of different mom variations.
Yes.
So, Miss Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
Yep.
How are you tonight?
So we should probably tell everybody what we've been up to for those that have just been joining right now. We've been playing bingo. The kids are out, and we were like, you know what we should do? We could like relax, just sit back. No, let's stream. So we have been playing bingo, streamer bingo, with some of our friends. It would be a little difficult for anybody that wants to join in now. But does Command Bingo still work here?
No.
Or did you delete it?
Oh,
You put it in accidentally.
I did. Let's see.
But if you want to check it out to kind of get an idea of what... There it is.
There it is. It does work. That was
It's
totally
in our Discord.
totally intentional.
If you want to...
I think you are doing well, Books.
Yeah, you are. We've got a few of you that are really doing a lot. Yeah, there's a few of you that have got a lot of the squares filled in.
Bob is raiding.
Welcome in, Holy Banana Pants.
Welcome in, Bob and friends.
Welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you are here. It's going to be a fun night. Super
It
fun.
sure is.
Kenny's Prog Rock is here.
Kenny, hello.
Welcome, welcome. Luna Starlight.
Thank you, Luna.
Luna started playing
resub.
Wordle with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slowly
did.
but surely, our Wordle is becoming more and more of a
Wordle crew.
thing. Mm-hmm. What's a face overlay? Were you in there? So, were you in... Hold on. I will explain it in just a second. So, welcome, Raiders, to Island Vibing Presents, if you haven't been here before. Tonight, we have a really lovely guest. We have Bob Blaho.
Smack Talk.
Smack Talk. Thank you so much.
Hello again, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that.
Look at those people gotten those subs.
Got some good ones in there.
Some good people.
Oh, I know what he's doing. So we are in the midst of a bingo game that we are playing tonight, with streamers. Adjacent streamed earlier tonight, and
Peter the modding mod.
and we are we're trying to fill in squares.
We are.
So different squares that have been filled in are spotting a 143 or seeing a tree or where's some of the other ones that have already been done? Seeing some mod love shown. I don't think we've seen F of B yet. I know that Bob played some Elvis, and he may have wondered why there were so many Elvis
many Elvis requests.
But there was. So that was there. Welcome in, everybody, and thank you so much for all of.
Thanks for the resub, Hoover. Thanks for the bits,
appreciate
Bluesy.
And Peter, a new face. Peter is a man of many names. So right now they're trying to fill in a square. I'm pretty sure it could be that they're trying to get F of B to show up, or they might be trying to see if they can make me cry, because I am on there myself.
Yep.
Because that seems to be a thing that people enjoy trying to make me do. Wait, the
Seems to
Elvis
happen.
request for part of the bingo? I just legitimately requested Elvis. It was. It really was.
Crazy, Corey.
Yeah. Oh, Frank, stop. Oh. F of B is a bot. That is correct. F of B is a hype train bot. And so
Hello, Joe.
They show up when there's a hype train. And so you can try to force one into place. But yeah, so that's kind of what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, and so most people knew that they were part of our. I've heard some people say, Kenny, that we need more hype. I've heard some people say that it just kind of like helps tag it, so like it's not a bad bot per se. It just kind of puts you in some different lists. But others, it just shows that it like follows and unfollows. So, yeah.
Thank you for the bits, Kenny.
Thank you very much for those
and
bits.
Bluesy.
Do you notice anything about his bits?
286.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Twice ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. You trying to one up us?
Yeah, just yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Rodster Mod in there.
Yep. Hi, Rudsmar. Welcome in.
Hello.
How you played out your stream adjacent. And then also, yeah, and so just so everybody knows, we do plan on doing bingo again. Probably could how much money it brings in.
Probably.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, we are going to do bingo again. Most people that were part of it knew. We did not tell Destiny just because it all happened so fast. Destiny. I'm going to fill a box, aren't I?
I think you are. Yep.
Yep. Kiara?
Gara. Yeah.
That's pretty close, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the boxes is a streamer mispronounces a name.
You're a streamer.
I am a streamer, and that is a name. But it would happen so fast that Jameer recommended she be part of it, and I think we forgot to tell her because somebody went in there and in the stream asked, "Does a bus count?" And she was like, "Excuse me, what?" But yeah, so all of those things just happened, and it's been fun. For people that have been playing, we will play for the rest of the show, and at the end of the end of the day. Oh, Alchemitation. We missed Alchemitation, but we went in and we actually watched a VOD. And there was more swearing on our show in those few moments we were hanging out with him and his twerking chickens than our show complete altogether, yours, mine, combined since 6 months ago.
It's worth it, though.
It was. But yeah, so I really do appreciate the.
Oh, you're good. We could have stopped at any point.
We could have. We were really looking for a magical goat, though, so we were trying.
We didn't want to stop though.
No. Thank you so much for this level 4 hype train. We do appreciate it.
Caffeine, I hope you're having a good drive. Oh my goodness, Smack Talk.
He did it on purpose. It's really early for me to like
Goodness.
need to show you kittens.
Look at all the streamers he got in that group. There's Human Juke. There's Razio. There's I Am Richard. Clydene's Music Corner. James Cassie. Abby C Music. Jeanette Music. Roxy Paradox. Melface. My goodness gracious. And some other awesome people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Smack Talk.
Thank you. Thank you all. Luna, Smack Talk, Hoover, Davey, Bluesy, Kenny, Mom, C-Dub, more Bluesy, Luna, C-Dub, Smack Talk, Luna, Arco.
Thank you for gifting to Carly, Luna. I appreciate that.
I see dubstep. So yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate everything. It's so kind of you to be here and partake in this ridiculousness that we have going. So thank you all. And I do appreciate it greatly.
Hello, Mimi.
Okay. I think that's the beginning, right?
Yep, I think so.
I think that's the whole beginning of the show. That's a crazy way to start.
A little bit.
We still have a show to do.
Usually this is the end of stream activity.
Guys, I am a serious interviewer here.
Oh yeah, you totally are.
Yep. So you can't mess with me like this. I appreciate it. It means so much. A lot of love to all of you. We're going to push some buttons and we are going to move into our segment with Bob. Are you good to go over there? We can't hear you, but I can see you. When I push these buttons, so we'll be able to hear you, Bob. Give me a thumbs up. You good? Okay.
There we go.
30 gift subs.
We'll forgive you, Smack Talk.
1,044. That is just...
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We really do appreciate that so very much. Put this down here. Okay. Interview start. Guest position 1. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
How are
How's it
you?
going?
Good.
I'm great.
Wonderful.
I'm just watching the stream and watching the delay. Interesting stuff.
There is
Because
definitely.
I've been hearing you through Zoom since I logged in, and sounds a bit different, but it's working.
Nice.
Good to be here.
Thank you, everyone. Our guest tonight, Bob Blaho Music. First question: am I
feel like
pronouncing Blaho?
Yeah, Blaho, you got it. I
Okay.
feel like I'm up here and you're down there.
Here, let's see if we can
Why
get
is
me
that?
taller.
Maybe I can lower
There.
my chair a little. There we go.
We'll meet in the middle.
That works. Now we can see eye to eye
There you go.
or screen to screen.
How long is the delay? would be a question from Kenny
Well, it's about
Progrot
10
Jukebox.
seconds. Maybe
About
10 seconds. About the same as a mobile delay, I think, it seems like.
Um, I'm not taller now, am I? I can stretch out, but
No, that we're pretty even, I think. That it just seemed out of balance. I'm a Libra, so I always kind of need things to be in balance.
I am trying to fight against every single Virgo tendency
Hi,
that I
Rhonda.
have. So, yes, there is a very big sticker fight going on. So the prize for the bingo is a sticker sheet of emotes, an emote sticker sheet. And so there's a huge battle raging. And so Bluesy asked you about ice cream, and it's
Yeah.
kind of towing the rules line. I'm not gonna lie, because one of the things was if Bob talked about ice cream, they got to mark off a square. But I'm pretty sure anybody that
Oh,
had Bob talk about ice cream was like, no, we're gonna let this pass. Just go ahead, Bluesy. So
yeah, I guess. But ice cream, yeah, is may as well talk about it because
might as well.
it's one of my three favorite food groups. It's
Food
would
groups.
be in this order: pizza, cheeseburgers, and ice cream. Well, I guess ice cream and pizza are kind of tied, but if I just had those three foods, I could survive. So,
Well, I mean, I don't know if you actually could survive. You should probably
yeah, for
mix
a
in
while.
some veg for a while. For a
Well, there's
while.
vegetables in the pizza. It's
Okay. As long
you get
as you're
tomato
okay with
sauce
just the tomato sauce.
and maybe some veggies on pizza. Spinach pizza is pretty good too.
Yeah. I do enjoy
Yeah.
some veggies on my pizza. I like mushrooms and onions and olives and all kinds of delicious things. I don't like sausage though.
Oh, yeah, I do, but it depends on the place.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fennel. Fennel tastes like licorice to me, and I just can't do it.
yeah. And some places the sausage is just too garlicky.
Mm.
Tell you one thing that doesn't belong on pizza is pineapple.
Ooh,
I don't
that
know if
is
we want to go into.
controversial.
I know
That's
it is. That's why I brought it up.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if
hard-hitting
it's Hawaiian style
controversy.
pizza, if you're in Hawaii and it's Hawaiian style pizza, maybe just for that time. But you know,
So here's my deal. I think that sweet and salty taste great together. I'm not gonna like hunt out it. I don't think that I would necessarily, unless I had like a weird craving, which normally my weird cravings are like, I really want scallops. But normally I'm not craving pineapple on pizza. But if there's pineapple pizza around, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not. I can't. Because yeah, if it's
I,
there, salt and sweet are great together.
I suppose if it was the only pizza, I would eat it.
Uh,
I once ate a pizza that had anchovies on it. I think
I,
I would have been better with no pizza though. That was so bad. It was the garbage pizza. It would have been fine with everything but the anchovies, but they kind of took over the pizza.
yeah.
I'm gonna vote on this poll. No, that's crazy. That's crazy banana pants.
Is that a choice? Is that
Yeah, it
one?
is.
Yeah, it's crazy banana pants. Yeah. Yeah, banana pants are a thing here. Yep. So crazy
Cool.
banana pants. Um, yeah, there's a place here. I want their pizza to be better because they have some really interesting pizza, like mashed potato pizza, tortellini pizza, all kinds of really
Yeah.
interesting things that you wouldn't necessarily think. But the problem is they become dry very, very, very quickly.
Yeah, and they're totally different. They're calling it pizza because it's got a crust and maybe some cheese and whatever other toppings. But if it doesn't really have pizza sauce, it's not really pizza. I mean, but I've had some of those weird ones like barbecue chicken pizza.
Wait, you
And
calling that one weird?
Yeah,
feel
right. Yeah,
I
it
feel
is
like
'cause
that's
it's
not
not a
really
traditional
weird.
topping. Yeah, a mac and cheese pizza. Have you had that?
I've
Mm.
had tortellini,
It's like a heart
but not,
attack.
but
for
not,
anyone.
yeah. There was one particular New Year's Eve night where all I wanted was all the carbs for some reason. I just felt like, I should really eat a lot of bread products. I don't really know why. It's weird.
I'm gonna
Um,
switch my screen so I don't have to keep looking down to see you.
so I had it that one time, but other than that, I've never really had any noodles on my pizza.
Yeah.
It's not something I
Well,
go and
I'm
seek out.
traditional. I used to never like just plain cheese pizza, but no, it's a favorite. Cheese, sausage, pepperoni, maybe a piece of each. Get a good variety. Especially if the sausage is sweet and the pepperoni is spicy, gives you something to bounce between. And then it depends: thin crust, thick crust, deep dish pan, stuffed. I like it all. Haven't met many pizzas I didn't like.
Um, you said sauce, but you said it in a way where it sounded like the sauce had to be a red sauce. Is that a feeling you have, or was that just kind
Well,
of the
no, that's a feeling I have if you're talking about traditional pizza. It's got sauce that have tomatoes in it. Um, Everything else they're calling a pizza is just cheese and some other toppings on a crust. So they're calling it pizza like the way you'd call something a sandwich because it's got two pieces of bread, and that's a little more. I guess that would apply, but
that would be a sandwich? I mean, we
to
can
me,
ask the expert. He's probably here still.
yeah, to me, pizza has to have pizza sauce to be pizza.
Right, but like some pizza sauces are white pizza sauces.
True.
There's no tomato in white pizza sauces.
Right. So it's not really pizza.
you 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 have strong feelings about this the way that I have strong feelings about every single tier list that Davey does on his channel. Davey will
Oh.
do something with his
Yeah.
guest and I'll be like, "No, that's wrong."
No, it's just the way, to each their own. But no, and believe me, but no, I mean it's pizza. If it's got red sauce and cheese and crust. And all those are major components that make a pizza because it's got to have a good crust, it's got to have a good sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and have to have quality cheese. The other toppings, they matter, but not as much. Um, you get some pizzas. We're talking a lot about pizza.
It's
What else we
okay.
got?
I was gonna ask you about really I was gonna ask you about ice cream, but this is where it went instead.
My favorite ice cream. There we go. Yeah. So let's change the topic.
Okay, let's go to ice cream instead.
My favorite is Nestle drumsticks, just because it's like the perfect portion.
Oh,
And
see,
the chocolate ones, chocolate lovers are definitely mine. Get a chocolate cone with chocolate ice cream, chocolate topping, maybe some fudge in the middle of it.
I can get behind that, but you start putting the peanuts on there, and then it becomes like
Oh,
too.
but the chocolate lovers drumsticks don't have peanuts. They
Right,
have a
that's what I'm
crunchy
saying. That one
coating
I
on
can
top.
get behind.
That's good. There's no peanuts. Yeah, just the crunchy coating.
Mm.
I do like them with the peanuts, though. I love chocolate covered peanuts too, because when you talked before about the sweet and salty together, yeah. Not that I eat them all the time, but I do love them.
I've let this out in the past couple weeks, let it be known that I actually don't really like peanut butter. I don't really like peanuts either. The only way that there's only a couple ways that I really like peanuts. And it would be peanut butter in a Reese's peanut butter cup, peanut butter with a whole bunch of jelly in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or peanut butter on a spoon dipped in chocolate chocolate pudding. And like you eat mostly chocolate pudding with a little bit of peanut butter. So if you can tell, it's like
Yeah.
not a lot of peanut butter.
No, peanut butter is good. I used to not eat, I'm eating a lot more of it now than I used to. Here's another pretty cool thing. If you ever get some Eggos, right? Instead of putting butter and syrup on them, put peanut butter and chocolate syrup. It's like a dessert breakfast. It's good stuff.
We do a lot of whipped cream with syrup, which is just sugar with sugar, which is not healthy at all. So,
It's like Oreos, you got to dip them in peanut butter. They're just so much better that way.
oh, no, you're ruining things, Bob.
Chocolate and peanut butter together. Come on. Reese's
Oh.
figured it out.
Yeah, but they put their peanut butter is like fake, like almost like they put like confectionery sugar in it or something. I do like peanut butter fudge.
Yeah.
But I need to eat that with like a glass of milk like this big.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like peanut butter fudge too. But yeah, it's all sugar and peanut butter. I mean,
Mhm.
that's it. I've made it.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I've actually I like peanut sauce like in Thai cooking and stuff. It's just very very like specific uses. And that's the only place I've actually
I've had some pretty good egg rolls that have peanut butter in them. And I love Kung Pao chicken because it's got peanuts in it.
Mm.
So yeah,
I see.
secret ingredients.
um Oh, there was a conversation about white chocolate peanut butter over in our Discord, and I figured it wouldn't last very long. I was thinking maybe a day.
It's a whole nother
Um,
fallacy. White chocolate. Come on. There's no cocoa in it. It's not chocolate. Why are you calling it chocolate? It's like calling a pizza pizza without sauce. So, but
I
yeah.
think Davey's most controversial tier list would be you and me, because I don't like his tier list. And if he put it about pizza or peanut butter or anything like that, you would have a lot to say, and I probably would say that you were wrong. Like that's
Well,
just the way it would go.
I guess I could be wrong. I don't know. But, in my mind, I'm right. And
Well,
that's
it's
what matters.
I think that it's just I think that it's just the tier list thing. I'm always like, well, no, that obviously doesn't go there. Very specific, like where things need to go. It's a little bit of a
White
problem.
chocolate supremacist. Oh my God.
um, I see that
All right.
our bot is acting up tonight, huh? Yeah. Okay, so how did you come to Twitch? Let's be serious here. Let's ask like serious music
Yeah.
Twitch questions.
Well, I've always been a gamer. And let's see, used to play PlayStation and stuff, but finally it was like 2008. I got my first Xbox, the Xbox 360. I had some friends that were playing Halo 3 and was introduced to the world of gaming. It's like, wow, this is so awesome. I can play with and talk to people all over the world. And then I guess it was a few years ago, I had some gamer friends that were streaming on Mixer. And I think I even streamed a few games then, didn't have a camera, just with the Xbox, because it was all built in. And then mainly my friend Podology, he was streaming on Mixer, then he went over to Twitch, and he was also streaming on Facebook. But I'm not so into watching games. I like to play games. I might watch a game for a little bit just to see if it's something I want to buy or want to start playing, or maybe because some of my friends are playing and I just want to hang out.
Mhm.
But then I started looking for music on Twitch, and first thing I found were some DJs, and that was cool. But then I stumbled across some musicians, and then there started being more and more of them. And one of the first ones I started following was KR Acoustic. So I was loving it. It was kind of like I would put that on the TV, and I'd pick up my guitar and I'd play along. And I did that for a few months and stuff. And then I'm like, I should just start streaming. And most of my streams, if you've been to my streams, sometimes the songs come out good, but most of the time it's just me practicing. I don't really play my guitar much other than when I'm streaming. So it's fun for me. Some people enjoy listening, so it's a win-win.
Yeah,
That's how I found Twitch, and the community's been amazing. It's such a positive environment with all kinds of the best support that encourages you to want to do it more. It makes it fun, you know.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't really know exactly how we get to be lumped in with the music community. Um, but we do. So I agree that the music community is a really kind, um, supportive place, and it's I think it's a lot of fun to be able to see, you know, have this place to practice. One of our community members will go into our Discord and practice. And so being able to have just these places where you can hang out with your friends and jam and do all that kinds of things like that, I think that it's really important and a lot of fun. So I think that, and Jason and I have actually been talking about the fact that we've noticed some of our friends have gotten like better and better and better and better and better like as time's gone on because they've just practiced new songs and they've gotten it's really awesome to be able to be part of that journey. So I think it's great that you know you say it's I just come on and practice. I think it's great that
Yeah,
you let people and friends come in and join you on that.
that's what makes it so much more fun. I mean, I would be doing it anyway, but to
Hmm.
have some friends hang out and to make requests and that just makes it a whole lot more fun. The interaction is the best part. Can't believe it. It's almost been a year. May 1st will be a year for me streaming on Twitch. And you talk about how things change and improve. A few weeks ago I was going through some old videos because when I first streamed I think I was using OBS, and I had very simple background, and I had very simple mixer, and just the whole difference in the level of quality of the picture and audio. It's just it's really evolved. I try to make it better all the time, and well, like you said, now if I played a song 50 times, I should play it pretty good. I should play it pretty good. There's a lot on my list. I've got almost 200 songs now. I just keep adding more. People want me to add others, and I usually just add the ones I want.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. I find when somebody will say, "Think of a song that you like." Like, what do you want me? Can't think of any songs. But if your friends kind of be like, "Oh, play this song," you can be like, "Okay, no, yeah," you can pick and choose, and I think it's a fun way to be able to like um, expand what you're learning and what you're playing, and yeah, I think it's a great way, and I enjoy going and hanging out in your stream and lots of other streams and just it's fun being with your friends. All my friends
Yeah.
just live on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still that connection. You're communicating. There's chat in between. If you're gaming, there's chat in between the games, and it's that kind of time waiting in the lobbies that you get to know people.
Hmm.
That's how friendships develop. What's up, KR? Hey. So yeah, looping. So that was the whole other thing. I mean, I played in bands way back when. Um, I started playing guitar when I was 13 in high school. Before that, I played baritone for like 5 years in the band, and I played a violin for a year. But then I got in high school, and band just was not cool, so I started playing guitar then. And I liked the fact that I could have an instrument that sounded good on its own, and I could play whole songs, and I loved to sing. Um, and that was a hobby for a while, and then I got back. I don't know, out after high school. In high school, we're in a few bands and went in the army after that. And when I came back from there, was always in bands with friends and garage band type stuff, basement bands. Recorded a bunch of different originals and stuff. But then, work got busier and busier, and priorities changed, and work became a priority. And past 20 years or so, it was all work. I might have picked up my guitar once a week, if that. I'd keep my acoustic sitting out in the living room just so I would be able to play something once in a while. At least I wouldn't take the time to plug in an amp or effects or anything. But then the pandemic hit, and it
We
changed
all
what
had
we
a
all
little
do.
bit more time.
Yeah, right. And to keep sanity, I had started meditating for the longest, which was great. Um, but I found that playing music brought me that same kind of wellness and happiness, and that replaced the meditation. Starting my day with music, end my day with music, and I was a whole lot happier. Of course, I wasn't working either, so you know how that goes. But it can help keep me sane, and just doing something you really love. The more you can do it, and to me, it's become important. I don't want to go back to a full-time job. I'm freelancing now, and I can say no to jobs if I want. I'm saying yes to a lot, but it's given me a lot more freedom to play music, and you know,
Yeah,
love it.
I think that I think that Twitch has kind of done that for a lot of musicians too that do the gig work. They can either you were telling me like I don't want to ever go and play out at a gig. Um
Right.
and I,
Yeah. I mean, we play gigs and bands and stuff. But unless you're in a band, and you know how it gets difficult to, especially if everybody's got jobs. Now, when do you play? So you maybe get to practice once a week, and you do that for a while till you get a set list, and then you go and play a gig. But when you're starting out too, you're playing those later gigs, and you're hauling that gear, and then I'm getting too old for that. I don't want to do that physically, and be getting home at 1 or 2 in the morning, and,
Mhm.
and have to work in the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
KR, more power to you, buddy.
Well, and I know like Kev from the bunker was saying this week, he was like, there was a show that I had booked, but because of the way everything is now, it's going to cost me more money than I had originally said. And I ended up like canceling it and taking one because there was another one that came up closer and just like
Yeah.
feeling more confidence because of like the ability to make your own choices here on Twitch, is allowing more freedom for musicians,
Yeah.
which I think is good.
It's a whole lot different for those guys because they're doing it for a living. And
Hmm.
I guess I've never had the courage to do that.
Yeah.
So it became a hobby and stayed a hobby. But I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I make pretty good money when I'm working doing what I do, which is like audio visual. So I've got 25 years in audio visual, that's sound and projection and lighting and stuff for normally corporate meetings and events.
I don't want to ever go to one of those again.
Yeah. Well, now we're doing them hybrid. So there's live and virtual. So got a lot
Yeah.
of experience in virtual now from the
You're like,
pandemic.
you're like,
So,
wait a minute, I got this.
but with live coming back, there's a lot of people that left and don't know.
Right.
There's not a lot of people that don't know what they're doing. They need
Yeah.
experience. So, yeah.
Um, well, are you up for playing a little game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I need to shuffle some things around. Um,
I'm not very good at cards.
well, they're not cards, because that's hard to do.
Hmm.
Also,
Okay.
I get way too competitive at all games, but especially Rummy. Jason and I have a ongoing over 100 rounds of Rummy, and I'm beating him by like, I don't know, over 3,000. Might be even more points. And it's a lot more, isn't it? Yeah. Um, so yeah. And he's like, we should just start over because there has to be some like ability for me to come back. I'm like, no. Why would we do that? All right. We need a game board. And we need a host. Hey, do you want to be part of this? Oh, hi.
Yeah, I'm getting the game up.
Okay.
Ready.
So this game is really hard. I can't do it very well. And 5 seconds goes really fast. But it's called 5 second rule. And Jason is going to give us a topic like things that taste delicious on a pizza. And you would have to say 3 things
Anchovies.
very fast.
Have a good show, Gare.
Yep. Have a
See you
great
later,
show.
buddy.
Hope that it's wonderful. So 3 things within 5 seconds based on whatever Jason says. If you get it, you get a point. If you don't get it, you don't get a point.
Fine. Get me at the end of the day when I'm thinking slowly.
Listen, I'm thinking slowly at all hours during the day, so if you had any uptime, then you're good. I'll let you decide. Would you like to go first or second?
Oh, I'll go second.
Okay, second.
All right. Are you ready, Vibing?
No.
All right. Here it comes anyways.
Okay.
Name 3 famous men with mustaches.
Selleck, Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks.
I appreciate your use of Hanks.
Thank
twice,
you.
But you lose.
I don't even know if Tom Hanks has a mustache. Does he ever? Selleck does.
Tom Selleck does, yeah. I don't know if Tom Hanks ever has.
I don't know.
Hey, Tina French, welcome in.
Hey, Tina.
Good to see you.
I thought Tina had been here before. Was it your chat?
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bob, it's your turn. Name 3
Okay.
object. All right. Name 3 objects that start with the letter D.
Dirt. Is that an object?
Yeah, but you're out of
Yeah,
time.
my time's up.
You have 5 seconds. You just gotta go quick.
You got
Start
one, though.
An object, a desk. There we go.
Yeah. 5 seconds is really quick.
That
I'm trying to think of an object that starts with D.
what's an object? Can we start with figuring out what an object is?
It's an object. Yeah, let's define that first, okay? Just so we
pause.
know.
Follow-up question. How would you define an object? I was Kenny,
It's a
that's the first
noun,
thing that jumped
right?
in
It's a
my head.
noun.
And I was like, don't say that out loud.
Right?
I have real anytime I'm put under pressure, the worst things come to my mind. And I'm like, I have to think past that and then try to think what a right answer would be.
Plus,
So
Tom Hanks also
it's 0
comes
to
in.
0 here.
Yeah, it's a very neck and neck race.
Okay.
Um,
Any other Hank stashes?
like what its tip was too.
Hank stashes.
All right, Vibing.
All right.
I'll let you finish taking your sip.
Okay.
Name. No, I hit the button too fast.
Oh,
I can't
goodness.
take a second away from your time.
No, 5 seconds is really fast. Four would be-
I'll start over.
'Kay.
Oh, you should be able to get this one.
Oh, good.
No pressure.
Oh, great.
Name 3 musical instruments.
A kalimba, a shaker, and some drums.
Okay. You
Yeah.
get that one.
Yeah, I got a point, Bob. This is a new development in this game. So
Doesn't usually happen.
I'm still waiting for the point to appear. Oh, there it is.
It's official now. Bob's seen it. Okay.
All right.
Bob, it's your turn. Name 3 clothing stores.
Psh, I don't know. Amazon.
That's one.
I think that would have counted. I would have allowed it, but you gotta do more than one, Bob.
Yeah, right.
All right. Vibing.
I'm
Okay.
losing bad.
You're not losing bad. There's literally 1-0. This is like a hockey game. There's like no points.
Well, I can't really, I guess even Amazon, I can't really think of any place that's just a clothing store. They're like,
Well, I mean, there's like
all
Old
these stores
Navy
have
and
departments that are, yeah, and they
Yeah,
just
right.
do clothing. Yeah, but who shops there?
Gap.
Not many people shop at
Not
just
me.
clothing stores anymore. No.
Right? I'm trying to think. It's like, okay. And so that's kind of what got me there. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
let's see, where was the last clothes I bought? And it was Amazon. It was sweats, because
Oh,
they got some pretty
yeah.
good stuff there. Pretty comfy.
Yeah.
Welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for bringing your friends here, Dark Native. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Good to see you.
All right.
All right, vibing.
Okay.
Name 3
I'll
types.
try harder.
I think he's trying to throw me off. As soon as you
Think
start
so.
talking, Bob interjects.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the timing thing.
Name-
You can hear it in real time. Don't act like it's the timing thing.
Yeah, but I'm watching you down here and you're delayed.
You can hear the words in your ears. It has nothing to do with seeing it.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
I'm
All right.
confused.
Are you ready, vibing?
Let's do it.
Looking like the dog.
Name 3 comedy movies. Nope. Okay.
What's a comedy movie anyway?
Comedy.
I thought he said
Could I
comedy.
enunciate?
That was a comedy.
All right, let's try one more. If Bob ties it up, we'll go another round.
We need a
Okay.
different game.
We picked a hard one.
I think we need more than 5 seconds too.
Yeah.
This is what we're determining, but we don't know how to make
I
it
think
have
5
more.
seconds for one answer. It's good.
15 seconds total.
There you
All
go.
right.
Tommy Boy, one of my favorites.
It's a good one.
I like is it big man or fat man? I don't know. Some kind of man in a little coat.
Yeah, it's from a Saturday Night Live skit, but yeah,
Yeah.
Chris Farley.
He
Exactly.
does it in the movie.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't Tommy Boy. You're right. That wasn't Tommy Boy.
Come on, Bob. You're really trying to like
Well-
mess with my
Well,
game
and then he
here.
did it everywhere after that. So
Yeah, he does do it everywhere after. It was a good shtick, so he kept just doing it.
all right, Bob. Here's yours. Name 3 famous TV detectives.
Oh, Columbo, Ironside. What's the other guy? Matlock.
Yeah, but it's too late. It was a good try. If we had 15 seconds, you would have made it. I think it's a good time to call it for the game today, though.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
probably
think
good.
so too, yeah. Yay, I won one.
Yes, vibing one. There you go. Congratulations.
What is
You beat me.
Ironside?
I don't know where that came from. I'm trying to
Is-
think of that stuff. Right?
Did you make that up? Like, is that a real thing?
No.
It's not. I was like,
It
Columbo.
was a show. It was a show. And was he a detective? I don't know. Had something to do with the law and stuff. My wife's the TV watcher, so it's something I watched. Came up while she was watching,
I was like, Columbo, got it. I was like, I don't know what that is.
I know that one.
And then Matlock, okay.
You don't know that one either?
I know Matlock,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but wasn't
okay.
he a lawyer? Was he a detective?
Yeah, he was a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not a detective, but he was always figuring shit out, right?
Yeah.
Figuring stuff out. Sorry.
It's okay. We
Uh,
can just erase
the
that part of
audience
the VOD. just use the lag time. Okay. So what we would really love is if you would play us an original song. Would you be willing to do that?
I could do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I could do that. Sure.
All right. Let me just clear up this game. First we're gonna do clear points. And we're gonna say to adjacent, get out of here. Boop. And then we are gonna push this away. And then back over here. So many things.
Oh, are we ready?
Hold on. I'm gonna give you the whole screen, but I want this thing to go off of your head. Okay, here we go. All right.
I look so fuzzy.
It's a little fuzzy coming through, but it doesn't. It just makes you want to like.
I think it's just Zoom.
It might be.
I got a bug in my throat. That's just seemed to be happening.
That's not fun. Okay.
No.
So, do you want to tell us what the name of this song is, and we can talk about it after the song?
Yeah.
Sure.
This song is called "This Is You."
All right. Awesome. We look forward to it, and I'll see you on the other side.
You come walking through the door, and you stumble across the floor to a chair. There's tears in your eyes when you realize this is you. Every night and day, you don't know what to say. Do you care? Well, I'll meet you halfway if you wanna stay around here. But if you wanna go, I won't say no anymore. You can stop your talking now, start your walking now. Do you hear? You just gotta help yourself. No one else is going to help you. It's a big step to take, decision that you alone must make. If you walking towards the door, I don't wanna hear anymore from you. 'Cause I gave you a chance, tried my best at romance. Didn't work. Well, I met you halfway. You didn't wanna stay around here. So if you wanna go, I won't say no anymore. You come walking through the door, and you stumble across the floor to a chair. There's tears in your eyes when you realize this is you. I can't hear you.
No, I was telling Adjacent to fix something that didn't press pause. I didn't press save on. But now it should be right.
Okay.
Um, thank you so much for playing that.
Thanks for letting me play it.
Luna was
Let me turn
trying
off this
to
reverb.
Luna was trying
There
to
we go.
do commands. Um, she wanted
Oh,
to do some commands um, in the chat.
they only work in my channel.
No,
That would be cool if they were universal, right?
it would be cool, but I think that it could get a little confusing. You know,
Yeah, right? I guess so.
because we all have like slightly different ones. So if they like if
And there's some
your
common ones, right?
there are some, yeah, but if your shout out one was different than our shout out one, then yeah, be a
Thanks,
whole thing.
guys. Thank you.
Okay, so enough about commands. Can you tell me a little bit about the origin of that song and um yeah,
I wrote it a long time ago. Probably one of the first songs I wrote. I don't know what year I wrote it, which is strange because most the songs I've written I put a year on. All I know is that I didn't even take the time to type it, but I used to type all my stuff out because I couldn't read my handwriting. It wasn't very good. Plus, then I know I'd have it digitally to keep over the years. And so right now, I have a picture of it with stuff just written on it. And so, yeah, the origin of it, it's one of the few originals I wrote that I just wrote on my own. A lot of stuff I wrote while I was in bands, and I wrote stuff for bands versus just originals to play on just straight up acoustic and singing. And I love the chords. I like when it goes from A to A suspended. I love that sound, and then the words just came to me. I don't have a particular relationship that was about, but I think a lot of people can relate to it, where maybe they've been in a situation like that, and things aren't working out. It's time to change, time to move on, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand the words A to whatever, but the sound, I agree. It's very beautiful to like listen to, and your voice goes really nicely with that particular sound. So I'm glad
Thanks.
the inspiration hit. Um, and um, yeah, it's funny how sometimes we do things all in one way, but then there's like this one thing, and then later on in life, it's like, oh, now I don't have all the information. Um, but yeah, I think that that was really lovely, and um, thank you so much for singing it for us. We really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. I love sharing my music. I love sharing covers too. I mean, that's
You have a really fun song list.
it's a lot of stuff I enjoy playing, and I keep adding to it. There's so much more. When I came to Twitch, I was really when I started, it was just an acoustic guitar and a microphone plugged into a little USB interface, and that was, how I streamed that. Or before that, I even did some streams with my cell phone. So a lot of the music that I picked was more acoustic based, um, and things that I knew would sound good would be me by myself. But then as I started looping, and even more so, recently, I'm like, well, I could do this or I could do that. Watching people like KR or Corey Clark live. There you go. I mean, being able to loop and being able to be a one man band, it just adds so much more dimension to it, and it's just so much fun. It's so much fun when it
So
works out.
yeah, I love that you all are able to do so much more when the with the looper, but I think that the acoustic also adds a real a warmth that sometimes you can't always find. Some people can find it, but sometimes I don't know, it just feels like sitting around a campfire kind of feel, which is nice and warm, and I just want my flask of whiskey. Um, so
and
um,
and the guitar too. I hated. Somebody mentioned how they love the wood grain on this, and I do love this guitar. And I bought it really for the looks because it's purple. You can't really tell that too much, but it has the most beautiful wood and wood grain.
yeah.
But it really didn't play well at all. So it's kind of a secondary guitar for me, but my primary acoustic guitar doesn't have a pickup in it. So something Mr. Jeff TV told
Hmm.
me, we were talking, he builds guitars and stuff, and everybody told me I could adjust the truss rod or that. But then I was like, he's like, have you tried some different strings? And he recommended these Elixir strings and extra lights. He's like, you could get by with extra lights. It'll make it a lot more playable. Especially since I'm really focusing on the pickup for the sound to get out of the guitar instead of what comes out the hole. And went with Elixir strings, and it just totally changed the playability of this guitar. I mean, to where I prefer it over my electric now in a lot of cases.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like
I,
a whole new relationship. Now it looks good and it plays good.
I have never ever purchased things just based on how they look alone. Never. Jason's
Yeah.
never gotten upset about that, ever about it at all. It's never happened in our life. So I don't understand why you would even think about just doing that and buying it because it looked good. That's so
Well,
weird
I
to
had the
me.
money. I had the money. And it played okay. It played okay for an acoustic guitar, but I didn't play acoustic guitar very often. So if it was for a song or two, that's fine. And when I started
Bob,
playing, and then I
Bob,
realized
that's all I ever do.
half an hour later, my hands were killing me. Now I could play it for 3 hours, 4 hours, and
Nice.
it doesn't bother my hands at all. So,
Um,
yeah.
if we're being honest, that's pretty much how I do about 80% of my purchases. Um, I'm the one that buys the things. He's the one that researches them. And it's only if he can research them fast enough before I can buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on where you buy them. Now you can buy them and try them. If you don't like them, just return them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So Dark Native was saying that there was going to be a Bob and Dark Native collab.
Dark Native has an original tune that a few other streamers have covered. KR Acoustics covered it. K-Nosh has covered it. I think Carly Sings is going to cover it too. And he sent it to me. I just haven't worked on it, and I apologize. It's
Um,
it
well, I
it's
mean,
a
it's
cool
nice to play
tune,
somebody
and it's
else's
got
song, but what
possibility.
about like a real collab? I love collabs.
Yeah, I love collabs too. Yeah, right. So I'll play along with you, and that's the whole thing of that I do miss about playing in a band, and
Mhm.
it's the synergy. It's that I throw an idea out, or you throw an idea out, and we play off each other, and together it becomes a song.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I mean, it's tough to be creative without others.
Mhm.
So we get ideas from each other and get ideas from one song or another, and I mean that's why I cover two of KR Acoustics originals. I cover one of Carly Sings originals. Sherry Smith music I just discovered the other day, and I covered one of her songs. So yeah, I the song has to really reach out to me.
Yeah.
I have to feel a connection to want to cover it. And I guess maybe I didn't feel that yet with Dark Natives, but he's like, put your own twist in it. So I don't know.
So just so you know, I do my best thinking like when the shower is running. So maybe like listen to it and then like turn the shower on. Maybe that'll help like you come
Yeah,
up like
maybe.
the
I
most
I
brilliant
do
way.
listen to music in the shower all the time. As long as it's not 4 a.m, but
Yeah.
but most showers, yeah. I
The
love singing in the shower. Best acoustics.
I don't know that the acoustics are very good in our shower. There's a lot of
Yeah, it's a
rocks.
built-in reverb. Built-in reverb.
So when
You get this without the reverb. And some harmonies too. All right.
so folks now have decided that they would really, really like to listen to you. They're gonna all go and follow you. Um and therefore they would like to now know when you will be on. When can they find
All right.
you?
Well, yeah. Well, I stream normally Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central, sometimes 7, sometimes 8. I do keep the schedule tab on my channel up to date, and it shows the schedule in your local time zones. So that's the best thing. You can even click on there to have it remind you. And then also Saturdays, normally at 2 p.m. Central, and that's normally a 3 hour. All my streams are about 3 hours normally. And that's it. Sometimes there's pop-up streams, so join my Discord if you like, and I'm always announcing the streams in there, as well as changes. Work right now is kind of sporadic, so um, it's good. If I see, might be a week I can't stream, but I'll try to make up for it the following week if I'm around. Or if I miss a night on a Thursday, maybe I'll stream Friday or Wednesday, because I need it. I need it. Really, I love it.
So follow and then join Bob's Discord. Something that I do, I don't know how many other people might do this, but anytime I want to go and reach out to somebody that I don't happen to share any Discords with them already, I'll go into their chat, which you can do even when somebody's not on. And most everybody has a command Discord. So if you go into any streamer's chat, even if they're not on, and put command Discord, there's a pretty good chance that you'll be able to get it. So follow.
Yeah, I actually put a
and then
link to my Discord right there on my page. It's right there in the front. Can't miss it.
all right. Well,
What a
thank
great
you
community.
so much for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it. It's always lovely to Miss Rox has put your Discord link in there too.
Oh, thanks so much, Bring Me Rocks. Appreciate you.
It is often
Thanks
on
everybody for being here.
the about page. Sometimes you have to like hunt for it though. So that's my backup plan. It's always like command Discord.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks for letting me play, and thanks for beating me at your own game.
Listen, it doesn't happen very often. It was like pure
No,
luck.
you're like, no way this guy can lose.
Yeah, like he's
I
gonna.
did it though, didn't I?
That's a feat in and of itself, right there. If you can beat me at my own stupid, and if you can lose to me at my own stupid games, then I mean that's a pretty big feat right there. Yeah.
There you go. Made your night though. There we go.
Thank you. I do appreciate it, and I hope that you have a lovely night. And
You too.
yeah, thank you so very much for being here tonight.
Thanks everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Everyone,
forward to seeing
Bob
you again
Laho
soon.
Music. Make sure you go and follow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm back first.
Yeah, that's strange.
Very strange.
Hi, husband.
Hello again. Bob's great.
He is.
I always, it's always just a nice place to be in his stream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just feel at home.
He's really, and he's got like the jukebox music.
Yeah.
Not the prog rock jukebox.
No.
No, more like the diner jukebox.
Yeah.
Like
Slight difference.
there is a little bit of a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yes, if you're not following yet, make sure that you do. It is warm and cozy, and obviously he has strong feelings about pizza and ice cream.
Just dove right into that pineapple
So-
pizza conversation.
Yeah, he was like,
He's not afraid.
high controversy topic right out of the starting gate.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie G, I still need to talk to you.
Hey,
I've
Robbie
yet to
G.
do that. So welcome in everybody that I haven't said hi to yet. Hi. Thank you all that have been here. We appreciate you being here tonight. Yes, you can dance to it. Like you can dance in the kitchen with your socks on. It's like a particular type of music that you dance in the kitchen with your socks on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Interesting fact. So Kenny's Prog Rock has been hanging out with us tonight, but he does some collabs with people. One is his brother Lenny, who's actually himself. Don't tell though. He collabs with himself.
What?
I know, it's like this whole thing. All right, so we have to get to the segment page. Boop. Where would you like to go to next? How's everybody doing with their bingo cards? I heard that we got some bingos.
Oh, yes. Mine's getting
How
close.
dare you disparage little ladies? Poopness. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. We've got some of these that are like filled in a lot.
Mine doesn't count, but
Yours does not.
I'm doing pretty good.
You are doing pretty good.
People are upset that Jillian did not say hockey tonight.
She did not.
She didn't take any bait.
She took zero bait.
None of the bait.
No. Whereas our wonderful Davy, all we had to do was throw in some of his emotes, and on command he goes, "Yeah."
Davey came through for us.
Yep. Yes.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to get blackout. I think there are too many missed
Yep.
opportunities. So now it's basically just whoever can get the most.
Ooh, packing. Fun packing, like vacation packing, like moving to a like fun place, or like moving packing. I will win pretty stickers.
We did get a bus mention. Smack Talk, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They like we're catching Smack Talk up.
So just so everybody knows, there is a prize for tonight's bingo. Oh, for Easter Passover. So just like a weekend away. There is a prize. The prize is a sticker sheet with a mixture of IVP and IA emotes on it. And we will be playing again. Good night, Luna. Thank
Good
you so
night,
much
Luna.
for being here. We really do appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you.
Thank you for popping in, Robbie. Let's see. That's all the bingo stuff I need to say at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Bingo, for those that weren't around all night, was something we just tried out for the first time tonight. I
Mhm.
went live on my channel earlier because we are without kids for the night. So we thought, we have some free time. Let's stream.
Yeah.
So I went on about 4 hours ago. We hung out on our channel, checked in on some other streamers, showed what they were doing. We thought we'd play a game with it.
Mm-hmm.
Created some bingo cards with them, some things to catch
Mm-hmm.
other streamers and other people doing in other streams. And it was fun. We hung out for a couple hours and then raided into Bob, who came back over here and hung out with us again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun. I
Yeah.
think it was a good time.
I think that so going forward,
There was Smack Talk, yes.
I think going forward that there's some things that we're going to want to try to work out to make it a little bit more smooth. But also, I think this would make a really good like way to do a raid train.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be a lot of fun to do it like kind of that way so people could follow along throughout the day.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
For people to stay connected and follow along.
Jameer won't go offline until a raccoon comes. Oh no.
I did see she was still on.
I saw that she was, but I didn't know why she was.
Just waiting for a raccoon
Look,
for bingo.
Mom is calling out Smack Talk. I kind of felt the same way, but you know.
If a message doesn't happen in chat, but the streamer didn't say it, does it still count?
I
If
think
it does happen, but the
I
streamer didn't say it.
think it depends. If it was like Smack Talk just trying to like get his square filled, then no. But if it was like somebody not really part of the game happened to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how it's
Yeah, I think you
It's
use your best
phrased.
judgment.
If it says like Jillian talks about hockey, then Jillian has to talk about hockey. But if it's like a 143, then anything 143 counts. Yep.
Did I miss a new thing? Or is Kenny just talking to nobody? Kenny, what are you talking about?
Hey Susie Funtown. Rocks,
Susie?
those letters, they are headache inducing.
Oh my, I can't read that.
They're backwards and upside down.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, did that thing happen to you? All right. So let's do. First, I'm going to just say that if you happen to miss this past Tuesday's Island Adjacent stream, totally not a problem. And
We got you.
yes, no big deal. Don't even worry about that. On the other hand, if you're curious what happened, all that happened was this. This is the only thing that happened. maybe.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, maybe it happened, but only this.
You have a pet monkey that can shoot out of a cannon? Should tell you, I thought I saw something pop up. Oh, it's trying to. Oh, there it goes. Thanks, Bluesy. I made it on the ship. We're good. Totally good. Let's see. Use the wheel. I know he said press F on the sail length rope at the back of the ship. This would be the back of the ship. Sail length rope.
Good night, Kenny. Thank you
Good
so
night,
much for being
Kenny.
here. There
Yeah.
was no rummery. Look, this is all that happened. This is the entire stream.
Yep, it was just me playing a video game by myself.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was all. Yep.
You're getting stared at by like at least 10 other people.
Some people should just remember that Tuesdays are not for rum. That's all. So it's just a friendly reminder that Tuesdays are not the best days for rum. Yeah. Feel a significant sense of unease. Oh goodness. No, there was a lot of really loud talking at that particular point. So there was no clips made of that part.
It was like I was being distracted by something.
If I was there, I probably fell off the boat.
And then you refused to talk to the mermaid.
Because when I did talk to the mermaid, she did take me to a place where it was all black and dark and had red candles. I knew it was going to happen. You somehow ended up at a bar, and I ended up at, like, the death darkness.
The game said you didn't need any more bars.
That might be the case.
It knew.
Yeah.
Yep, that's part of what happened. Talk to the mermaid.
I predicted exactly what was going to happen. And it did. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it happened. I really don't. I have some major homework to do this weekend and try to figure out how to not fall off the boat. And then
If we do, because you know we will. What to do.
How to, like, make friends with the scary looking mermaids. Because they're not, like, nice mermaids. They're, like, mean, like, looking scary ones.
I think your eyes are getting ready to portray you.
No.
All right, that was a little bit of what happened on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next Tuesday. I don't know.
They kept saying that they were mermaids. There was a button above their head that said, talk to the mermaid. But as soon as I talked to him, boom, black devil scariness. Jason ended up at a bar with some woman giving him drinks. Oh no. There are sirens too. And skeletons and snakes.
You're gonna love this game.
This is like a real video game. I'm not very good at real video game. Why can't I just have a monkey that we shoot out of a cannon?
I'm with you, Susie.
Tina, thank you.
Totally normal Tuesday.
And C-Dub, from when I went back to start looking at some of this stuff, Things are better in Animal Crossing. They're just cute, and there's just one guy that just won't leave my island. Everybody else keeps leaving. Um, um, I was gonna say something I don't even know. Oh, C-Dub kept yelling at me because he kept trying to laugh, but he had to be quiet, and it was like it was my fault or something. I don't even know how that was the case. Um, Kenny, thank you for those 286 books. Kenny, do you know why we do 143?
Thanks, Kenny.
Because you just double it up. But do you know why? There is a meaning. 143 for each of you. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Twice the love. We appreciate you, Kenny.
We do.
Talk about supporting music streamers.
I know.
My goodness.
I think that it's amazing that Kenny goes into so many different streamers' places and just really pumps them up. No, there's no crying and streaming. Bob, 143 in paging whatever, and we were accountants that weren't supposed to be dating interns. So we would type it in chats and stuff. I has 1 letter, and love has 4, and you has 3. I never had a pager.
Paging whatever.
I don't.
It's paging whatever.
I never had a pager. Well, when I had a cell phone, it was like you had to stand in like the middle of the field, like on 1 foot, kind of at an angle, and then or you could put it like on the kitchen counter, but don't touch it, and just kind of put your head down on it. Those are the only 2 places.
There's so much crying and streaming.
So much crying and streaming.
Does happen.
See, the problem is like my whole thing is I can't actually control my emotions. So if I let them start going, then they just go, and then I can't stop them. And so then, therefore, I don't even try to. I don't let them come out. I try to hold them all in, because if I hold them in, then they don't start and take over the entire world.
Bob got the font.
Oh, Bob got the special font.
It wasn't the Simone. It wasn't the phone smack talk. It was the rural location.
yeah, it's not the phone.
Oh gosh.
I think actually the in here it's not crying. We have one called a sappy. Kenny. I want to try that beer, Susie. What kind of beer is it? Unless it's a smoky one, because those are just not good.
I love you beer shouldn't be smoky.
No. Unless,
Should
well, I
have,
mean,
like,
you're like on fire.
Unicorn
Fire.
burps or something.
It's a good beer. It's a good beer.
That's all I need to know.
Sometime we're gonna.
Hi, Joanna.
Come down
I'm not sure I've said hi.
Oh, hi, Joanna.
Hi.
Oh.
Good to
Speaking
see you.
of Joanna, let's do this. Susie, we're gonna come down to Boston at some point. Crying should say, "I'm not crying. You're
Going
crying."
down to Boston.
Dun, dun, dun.
Meow.
All right. We're gonna press the JoJo button, because then I can hide for a few minutes and not cry behind JoJo's recommendation.
That's a good plan.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of JoJo Recommends. Today I'm featuring These Animals by Marcus Arch. Marcus Arch are an indie band from Melbourne in Australia, and their lead singer is Belle Space, and she is fairly new to Twitch. I think she started in September last year. I absolutely love her streams. They are just so chilled, and I always go there when I really want to just relax and just enjoy the music. She makes these really beautiful loops and has some really amazing originals. that just make you, just kind of wash over you and just make you forget all your worries. And the chat is always really chill as well, so you don't have to like be on high alert for anything, and it's just a really lovely experience. And even though it's normally quite a busy stream and quite a lot going on in chat, she's always got a smile for everyone who comes in and always remembers everyone, which I always think is such a nice trait when a streamer can do that, even though they're like really huge. The thing I love about this song is I just think it reminds me of summer. I can just picture myself in the garden with a drink and just enjoying the music in the sunshine, which I can't wait to do. Summer cannot come fast enough for me. If you would like to follow her on Instagram or on Twitter, I'll put her links in my blog post, which will be linked in chat. Her band are also on social media, and I'll put those in as well. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy the song as much as I do, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are going to listen to this song. You've got it all loaded up, right?
Yeah.
Did
Does that fill you with confidence?
No. No, not even a little bit. Pineapples are delicious. Did you press this button that's on the desktop? This one?
Just want to just hit it.
Okay. I believe I can choose it. You do the work and I'll push the button. Listen, Bob. I do most of like the before stream. It was just one thing.
You get to push more buttons now.
Uh-oh. Jammies noticed something. Wilbur's getting a little work done.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you look over his other shoulder, there's a toucan. He's bumped in there.
Is Wilbur making his debut yet, or
He hasn't.
no?
You can if you want to.
Does everybody want to see Wilbur's new digs?
He's gonna. It's only gonna be during Island Adjacent stream, so he's just kind of like getting everything prepared.
Just getting ready.
But this is Wilbur's new Island Adjacent outfit. So he's in the middle of a wardrobe change, working on getting his costume all set.
What do you think of him? Yeah.
Yep.
He's rocking it.
I think so.
I think so. All right. Say bye. Bye.
Bye, Wilbur. So, the wealthy Wilbur. Yeah, so Wilbur's treasure came in the mail today. From he pillaged it from Amazon. And the mini island saw it and was like, "Oh, look at all this stuff." And I was like, "That's Wilbur's." And they go, "Well, will Wilbur share?" And I said, "He's a pirate. Pirates don't share." And they're like, "But he could be a nice pirate." There's actually a lot of stuff left, so Wilbur will probably share with.
Oh, that's nice of Wilbur. Wilbur is a good pirate. I don't think it is, folks.
It's not.
No.
How long until Jason starts wearing a pirate hat for his streams?
I mean,
There is a collab that I want to set up for your
there
stream.
was this one stream.
But the problem is they're not on Twitch, they're on YouTube.
It's hard.
So I gotta decide what to do.
I did wear a pirate hat on a special stream. Was that the Danny Fest?
Yeah.
The Dino Fest? And I wore sunglasses on that other charity stream. I don't like streaming in sunglasses.
So let's talk about the giant cupcake in the room, Dark Native, before we listen to this very summery song. Channel. I really need help with those channel point redeems. I'm not very good.
We'll get one in there.
I'm very challenging you.
Yeah. It changes things up, Fawns.
So I have a very very big dislike of being touched. And so therefore, in this stream we give cupcakes because cupcakes are our love as well. So that's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
But on Island Adjacent stream, we didn't want to deny everybody of love and hugs and everything everywhere. So, like, Team Island isn't anti-hug. Vibing is anti-touching me. So here, cupcakes. And Island Adjacent, though, you can hug and boop and I don't know, there's a few other things.
Head pat.
Head pat. And you can make somebody walk the plank. But you have to consent to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still don't like to be touched.
That's right.
So you have to
So we have commands set up so that you can consent to any of those actions.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to give you a hug and you've consented to it, it happens.
Yeah. And I do plan on making a link arms and sing sea shanties.
You're rocking a baby.
No, like linking arms and sing sea shanties. That's one that I have that I want to make to go in there. And also
like a sway.
Like a sway.
Yep.
Like people have the sway. Also, I know that Social Climate, for instance, will offer a jug of beer, but again, I want you to be able to consent to whether or not you want that. So that'll be set up on that as well. So,
yeah,
I think it's important to respect people's
wishes, desires.
Yeah. So, okay.
It's confusing,
It is
right?
very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I still don't want a jug.
I don't want a jug. I'm anti-jug. I just want the right amount of what I want to
No,
drink.
but like I also don't like what if you just had the jug? I don't want the same jug you had.
Oh gosh.
I mean, like I don't care about your oh no, now anything I try to say right now is gonna Klingon's gonna just take that.
Welcome on, welcome on in, Klingon. How are you?
Thanks, Bob.
How are you tonight?
Klingon, sir, you did, but the VOD will be up.
Yep.
Then you pass it on. Right, but if I just said, no, thank you, through a consent, right? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, I think that everybody should get to consent. Consent? Consentinize? Consent? What's the right word? Give their consent.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know. Give their consent. That's all. That's all. I'm not saying it's wrong. Rox is like, it's just consent.
Yep. That's the verb in this situation.
Right. Consent. That's it. Error. Okay. Susie, I don't think there's anything wrong with your jug command. I really, really don't. I think it's great and I love it. And I think that it's really good, but I just think that I just don't want hugs here, and I'm just taking the consent command as far as I can. That's it.
I see Bob is trying to catch Klingon up on the game.
Oh no. Bob. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's listen to this song. So this is where we call the emote wall and community bot. Ew. Gross. Come on, Klingon. Oh, thank you. I consent to consent. There you go. No hugs, no jugs. Susie, I promise I like your command. Oh, I do. I like it a lot. Okay.
All right.
So emote wall, we go into emote only and thank you. And you put up all of your favorite emotes. If you see an emote that you don't have, go and follow. Thank you all so much. Go and follow the person that the emote belongs to. You could do that quite easily by clicking on the emote and a follow button will appear for you. Okay.
So yeah, feel free to put up all the emotes of streamers you love, and show us the love, and enjoy this song.
Yes, I love summer too. All right, let's do this.
She's got the body for some kind of miracle. Ah, baby love. She's got the fighting on. She's got the animals. Some kind of miracle. I've got this song stuck in my brain. These animals, they're in my head. It's like a feeling of the rain. Chase me through winter. I'd like to find out what it's worth. I think I'll wake the living dead. It's like the feeling of the rain. stuck in my brain. These animals, they're in my head. It's like the feeling of the rain. Chase me through winter. I like to find out what is real. I think I'll wake the living dead. It's like the feeling of the rain. Chase me a winter.
Ooh.
There we go. What a song that is.
Playing it in my head, like certain parts, I'm just like listening to it, thinking where I would be, and it definitely feels like a lazy kind of summer day, you know, just like a sitting back, not doing too much type of day. So I would agree with that piece of it. Maybe like a, you know how like when you're driving down the road with the in your hand goes like you're cutting your hand through the. You can also see it kind of like in one of those kind of summer days where your hand is cutting through the air.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so shout out to Bell Space. Thank you, Joanna, for featuring her and her music. And yeah, her stream is really fun. And that's by her band, Marcus Arch, which is what it's under on Spotify. And I believe YouTube as well. I think Rox put in the links there. So go check them out and go follow the stream
Yes.
so you can check out more of that.
Does JoJo have a Spotify playlist of all of these streamers that?
Believe she might, but I'm not positive.
If she does, definitely go and subscribe to that. Or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Follow it. I don't know what it's called in Spotify.
Yeah, I've started saving all these emote wall songs that we've been getting on an old playlist so that I can keep track and go check them out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joanna.
Yeah, it was a really good one. I like that one a lot. Oh,
There you go. It is on the link tree.
Nice. Nice.
Ice cream time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ice cream, Bob.
Okay. Now we need to find out a little bit of mod love. We're going to do that. It's mod love.
Let's do it.
All right, so first I got to go over here. And we're going to start with trying to think how I want to like put these in order. Let's start with a little mod love from Jammies. You'll have to let us know when did you get affiliate? Hang on. Did you get there? Because you were really close at one point. I know we had a whole conversation about not yet. Okay. I think you've got the followers. Is it just the days? The days are super hard.
It's true.
Yeah, colds are not fun.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start with Jammies and find out who Jammies has a little love for.
I'm so glad that you were able to come into our stream. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. Turn that bad day into a good day. Turn that bad day into a good day. Turn that bad day into a good day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the lion's den. Yeah, in the lion's den. We're vibing in the lion's den. We're vibing in the lion's den. We're vibing in the lion's den. Here in the lion's den. Come join us in the lion's den. Come join us in the lion's den. vibe it out, vibe it out, vibe it out, vibe it out. We're fueled by burgers. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, I'm gonna save it for good.
So this segment is getting so hard because when I go and like try to find clips, I want to show like there's people singing if they're singing stream. Um, but thank you for being here, Dark Native. But like this was like the one of the only clips where they were actually singing, and it's like the welcome in song that they have, and it's super good and they're super fun and silly, but it's just this is I couldn't show you them singing anything other
They
than
have a lot of fun all the
this.
time, so it's
Yeah.
pretty representative.
Yeah, I mean, it was like they had a lot of clips, just not a lot of them were of them singing. These seem to be a pretty silly couple ladies there. So, yeah, very, very, very funny. All right, let's look at what Miss Jamie Jameer has to share with us as our VIP love. Is she still streaming? I
Yep.
heard that she's refusing to stop streaming until there is a
That's
raccoon.
correct.
So these are owls. And she wanted to make sure that I got some of the babies. 'Cause they are so cute. I gotta say they were not cute when they were first born. They were really ugly. But this guy is just like right up against the thing, just talking to the camera. And she has informed me that eggs should start appearing sometime soon because pre-egg time has occurred.
Ooh,
That's not the words she chose.
they're so floofy.
I know. Look, I'm just like looking at the floof balls.
They come like, how old are they?
Those ones right there. Well, these are last year's owls, babies.
They still look like babies, but they also look like old men too.
They do look like old men.
Like old men babies.
Yeah, they're just, I mean, he's just standing there staring. They've got to be a few weeks old because, I mean, they were super ugly for so long.
Babies.
Just adorable.
They really are.
All right, let's do a little mod love clear. We've got two more, but we'll come back to them shortly. Bloop. And then let's play a fun little. These owl babies are stale. Last year's babies.
Stale babies.
Let's play a fun little game that we like to play here.
All right. Bingo.
JK.
Just kidding.
All right, foul-hearted.
Foul-hearted. He's impossible.
Hmm?
He's just so impossible.
Why?
All right.
Babies
I'm gonna
was another
say
square.
it's you know how it's got a backstory.
Okay, backstory.
So you know how there's the Donut King and the guy that you who did we have that
Jimmy
we showed
Riggs.
last time? Jimmy Riggs. They basically just stream like what their job is.
Yeah.
It's like a business.
Mhm.
Foul-Hearted, I feel, is a company that makes I feel like I need more time to formulate this. I was on to something. Where'd it go?
Artificial chicken.
Artificial chicken hearts. I totally lost my train of thought.
It's a company that.
It's a company. I think going along with the whole heart thing, I think how with the what is it, the teddy bears, the ones where they put the heart into it?
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bears. Just Build-A-Bear. I feel like this is a company that makes stuffed animal fowl.
Stuffed animal fowl.
Yeah, and they also have living ones like the chicks in the business.
Chicks in the business now.
Yeah, well, it's basically like they have like the cute ones to bring in the people, the cute chicks,
Cute chicks to bring in people.
chickens, baby chickens.
Those cute,
This is
those
around
cute
the wind.
chicks.
This is around like the words are. Why are my words coming out like yours tonight?
Can't tell you. The cute chicks bringing in all the people. Typical.
There's the words still aren't there. I'm still doing this. The entryway. In the entryway where you window shop.
Yep.
And then you come in and then you can get stuffed animals
Mm-hmm.
of chicks. They don't use the real chicks.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, it kind of feels like you're heading that way. What happens when they get older?
What happens when they get older?
Yeah, if they're only using the cute chicks to bring people in,
They go live at the farm.
is that like code?
No. They age out of their roles. It's not the best industry. Look, I'm not the streamer. Okay? I'm just explaining. This isn't my creation.
No.
I'm just
No.
I'm just explaining what this is streamers doing.
Yeah.
It's not us to judge.
No.
It's not our place to judge what they do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So, like, Build-A-Bear puts, like, hearts in their bears. Where are they getting the hearts to put into
From the stuffed animal factory.
Oh,
It's
right.
made of fabric.
Is that near the farm?
No, they're different locations.
Hmm.
You don't put factories near farms. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, right.
Some are in the country and some are in the industrial parks.
Okay. All right. So, how many chickens were harmed in these streams?
None.
Oh, okay.
It's like a petting zoo
For
where you get teddy bears.
a petting zoo where you get teddy bears.
Yeah, see, it's like Build-A-Bear where you make the stuffed animals and they're all foul. They're all foul stuffed animals, like chickens and turkeys and waterfowl,
There's
whatnot.
all kinds of
All the
fowl.
fowls. But then,
But
like,
they only use the cute chicks to bring people
they
in.
have the ones up in front to bring people in and let the kid, they're like, Mommy, Daddy, I want to go pet the chicks.
Yeah, the cute chicks.
Chicks are cute. Look, you put up the animals all the time, and I think people in chat have called them cute. just like, can we scroll back up and see what happened with the baby owls?
And
I believe they were called cute and adorable.
Hmm.
I am speaking to the foul version
Okay.
of this activity.
Stale. They were stale.
They were called stale.
If you're looking
I'm not
back,
going to name
they were
names.
called stale.
I'm not going to name. Well, he called himself out, so
All right.
some might call him stale. But
It's wonderful and precarious. All right, you ready?
Yeah. I'm ready to be right.
Just like the aging out chicks. Stale. Okay, let's check it out.
See, this is the entrance.
No, it's just a hen house. It's somebody that lives in the city, and they just have chickens.
I was actually really close.
No, you weren't.
They live in the city. They don't live in the country where you'd expect fowl. They live in like the factory section of the world.
They might have put up a still picture. It says 59. No, that's the temperature. The 59.2 or something is over something. Them cute chicks. Really not as problematic as it sounds. So there is some suburban living folks. It is like our chicken life. Some suburban living folks.
Suburban.
Suburban living. That's me. I'm just suburban living folks. We can have chickens here, and so if we had chickens, this could be it. It might be. You might want to take notes because I don't know if the ducks would like that or not when you get them. They might need a house. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Cleon comes back for desktop. Nice. There you go. We got it. All three.
Mm-hmm. I think they're sleeping.
Yeah, not a lot of action right now.
No. I mean, that one, like, right above my head, looks like it might be, like, really sleeping. Like,
Yeah.
he went up to the farm.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Rock says it's sounds going.
It's really loud.
We'll work on getting the sound.
Hmm?
I think we can get the sound on these.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, the reason I haven't is... There's reasons I haven't.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Yep. Better foul-hearted than foul-farted.
Howl farted, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Oh, no. This is taking a turn. What's next?
Bourbon turkey. Why would you want to do that? Okay. So we did all of those things. Let's do just a little bit more mod love. No, I did it. I did it on purpose, Mom. All right, so let's do a little bit of mod love from Rocks.
When the moon and stars have gone away, and I'm all that's left of yesterday. When that pink and yellow morning breaks on through, oh, I wish I was on the wrong side of the sunrise, on the wrong side of the song. And on these long nights, I think I know just what to do, but the road is long from the wrong side of the sunrise, from the wrong side of the sunrise.
Danny's back.
He has such a good voice.
Yeah.
I really like listening
Danny's
to him.
awesome.
Is the some kind of Irish middle name? It is. Yep. It's a lovely song. Really enjoy that song. He's very good, and definitely a place that I like finding myself in. So make sure you
Find
follow.
yourself there.
It's Scottish. Okay. We have one more little bit of mod love.
Bless them all, bless them all, bless them all. The long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s. Bless all the corporals and their blinking sons. 'Cause we're saying goodbye to them all. The long and the short and the tall. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean.
She's cute. She does 1940s wartime music. And she seems very happy when people come into her stream. She doesn't have any she doesn't have any vlogs up. VODs up. Why am I saying vlogs?
Vlogs. She's not a vlogger.
She's not a vlogger.
She is great.
She doesn't have any VODs up. But she does have all of her stuff over on YouTube. Just sure where I got that from. Yep, she does have YouTube. So Klingon does not like that. Our 404 is our hug is not working. But I am sorry, you missed the whole conversation about cupcakes and consent. And I think I hurt Susie's feelings. I didn't mean to. I love Susie.
You're good.
It makes me sad that if I
We
did.
love Susie.
I love Susie. All right, let's do this.
Karen Love.
And then I need to do, I'm going to press a button on here that's going to appear to not do anything for you. It's like going to appear like it doesn't. But if all goes right, speaking of vlogs, I'm going to be putting up 2 videos into the Wayback Machine from 2016, I think it was that I figured out.
Wow.
Of mini islands, one of which is doing a video cast about princesses. It's like 20 seconds long. And then also, if you ever really want somebody to sing you happy birthday, the other one will do that for you.
Yes.
Just so you know, this is from like this time period. She says that she's singing me happy birthday. It is not even remotely my birthday. So
Yeah.
it's not my birthday. But I'm gonna press like this button.
I agree, Drayseth. We'd love to talk to Meowly Music.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's great.
So for folks that don't know, starting June 16th, our scheduling process is going to be a little bit different. I don't think it was anyone's birthday. She just knew how to sing happy birthday. And that was the only song she knew how to sing. Happy birthday, Fire. My birthday celebration is getting a lot longer here on Twitch. I already take an entire month. Well, yeah, the whole month. Because it happens right in the middle of the month. And so I take like the first part of the month and then like the second half of the month. But
Birthday season. Yeah.
So now like it's just getting longer. Starting in completely a different season. But yeah, so there's hopefully that went to the Wayback Machine, and there are 2 little videos for you to watch over there. I'm hoping that worked. And then we are just about to do the wrapping up here. But I was going to say something about scheduling. Right now we're scheduled out mostly all the way through June 16th. We have a couple more dates that we just need to kind of finalize. But we have guests lined up all the way through then. And then our children get out of school. And well, she's 5 years older now. Jimmy's. She knows a lot more songs. They like to sing one continuously. It changes,
They pick a song and
but they pick a
go
song
with
and
it
they
for a while. Yeah,
dig in.
it's on repeat on Spotify.
Um,
My end of year Spotify list. Whew, it's tough to look at sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. The oldest one does know sea shanties. She loves sea shanties, actually.
It's true.
It was really funny. One night I was in here, like, setting something up, and we were inside listening to the same sea shanty on repeat. And I came out here thinking I would get away from that sea shanty. And if you've ever been into a Feverish Lemon stream, you will know that they just kind of like, you know, like sometimes you're just talking and you doodle. Maybe you don't, but maybe you do. They kind of doodle while singing. Like they'll just like be like talking there and they'll start singing songs just randomly. And they'll all start singing together. And they started singing the exact sea shanty that she had been singing all night long. So it was just like, no, just get away from this. They did a really great job at it. It was lovely, but at the same time, I had been trying to get away from that particular sea shanty.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, after June 16th, we're going to try to do our scheduling more on the fly. So we'll be reaching out to people to see like, hey, are you available next week? Versus, are you available in June?
Right. It's one or the other. It's either next week or in 2 months.
Right. So,
Crazy.
yeah. All right. So first we need to press this button. We are having a new segment. We have a lot of really amazing friends of stream, and I want to share love with them more often. Tonight, we're going to start with sharing love with the people that were part of our bingo night. My list of people I want to add to this is very long and extensive already, but I thought because we had already been doing this project with everybody that I wanted to make sure that we gave everyone one final shout out before we closed everything out for the night. So we're calling this, and there might be more graphics later. There may not be. I don't know. I haven't really exactly decided how I want this to look. Klingon, we've been playing bingo all night. We started at 7 p.m. Eastern on Adjacent's channel. And there is a prize for the winner. The prize is a sticker sheet with some emote stickers that are from the IVP and the Adjacent stream. And yeah, we've got a few people that are really all like right there. So we will be reaching out to folks to find out where we can send those to. So, yep. Now, before we end the stream and end the night, I will just start with, I guess, my Knuckle wanted to start with Davey. So, one of the streamers that we dropped in on tonight was Davey is eating a sandwich. Davey is a really good friend of the stream. He actually has a segment here. And it is a monthly segment that he does on the show. And collabing with him has been a lot of fun. And I'm actually going to start collabing on his side. And he's going to have a point redeem over there. What he's going to call words of wisdom or island something. I can't remember what he said at this point. But yeah, when I have a segment over there, we'll work on the title. So I will have a segment over there where, if you've seen my Instagram, it'll be similar to that, but on bit demand, not bit, channel point demand, I think. And then Smack Talk, I do want to talk to you about something else as well. I feel like I really need to talk to you about a number of things, Smack Talk, actually. So, all right. So we have that. Also, when we were over in Davy's stream, we saw Carly Sings. Carly Sings is another Mainer. You're not in trouble. No. Carly Sings is another Mainer. She lives in a tiny house up in the state from us. And lovely. You spend a number of work days in her stream. And she seems like such a kind, sweet person.
Very nice, very supportive of other streamers too.
She's a mod for, and I see her more modding in other places because she streams during the day, and I cannot do the work and lurk. And as I'm getting to know my brain more and more, it makes more and more sense. And the dang cat. All right. Also, from Davy's stream tonight, we saw the LG Music. There is something else I needed to do after this. Hold on. Okay. LG Music and Carly are doing a event next weekend. It is a special raid train. I'm sure that Carly and or Davy and or LG Music all have information in their Discords. So, make sure that you head over there and check that out for that information. Pretty sure this one is still live. Our good friend Jameer, you saw her share owls earlier in the stream, and she streams trees. I think right now she's trying to hold out until a raccoon comes. She will be there for eternity, I'm pretty sure. I think that there is a myth around there actually being raccoons. And then Destiny, I'm pretty sure was the only one that didn't know she was part of this. We completely confused her with trying to get her to say the word bus and talk about her bus. She normally sings music, but she was playing a game tonight. And I guess she calls it her rando game night. Pretty sure raccoons are real. Oh no, raccoons are real. Jameer just doesn't have raccoons, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. Phil Smythe is coming up on our next Saturday stream, and Josh Turk is coming up in a couple weeks. We have Sally Wallach, who is so fun. And we have Jeanette Music, who's also from Maine, joining us for Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
There will be tequila. All right. And then we have number 3, Jillian, who has been a guest on this show. Um, like just syrup? I don't want syrup. Can I put tequila in rum or something? Brinco de Mayo. Jillian, we stopped over and saw her. We didn't have Stuart pop in tonight. There was no announcement of the Mod Father entering the stream.
There wasn't? No?
Jillian is streaming music. She has a pretty consistent schedule and has a lot of great songs that you can go and listen to. We did not get to see Alchumutation live, but he does have a lot of his VODs up. So, yeah, go and listen. Don't listen while small ears are around.
I don't like the bad Wi-Fi.
No bad Wi-Fi.
Ugh.
And then finally on our friend of show love and thanks tonight would be Evram, who has the best raid song ever. It makes the elderly cry, and it makes small children weep. And tonight was the very best rendition of it I have ever seen.
Oh, it was. Epic of the epics.
It really, really, really was. I really hope that was clipped.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
If not, we've got to clip it. It was life-changing. Like, even more so than normal. It was so funny. So funny. I did forget one thing that I wanted to make. I'm a different man.
Me too, Smack Talk. Me too.
I do want to do one thing that I forgot about, unfortunately. Oh, right here. I'm hoping this will work, but I don't know that it will. Okay, well, that seemed to do okay. And we're gonna go like this.
We're here.
Woohoo! Okay, so movie night. We're gonna do movie night on Saturday again. We had a lot of fun with the folks that showed up and hung out. Dre Soth was there, didn't watch the movie, but still knew exactly where we were in the movie. It was kind of epic on Dre Soth's part. But we hung out with Mom and Smack Talk and Jammies, and Steam in Cleveland was there for a little bit, and we watched Hook. This week we are voting. There are 3 choices, but the top two are Treasure Planet and Muppet Treasure Island. So I will say that Muppet Treasure Island is in the lead.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
significantly. So if you would like to join us, it'll be the same time. Saturday, was it what time? 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern?
Are we doing it this weekend?
Is it 10 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, it was 10 Eastern.
Yep. So this Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll be watching one of these movies. And then also,
Yeah.
John Plays Music is having the musicians hang with a few different guests. I haven't seen this, but I'm really looking forward to checking this out and seeing what it's like. Yep. That thing just is so annoying. All right, so it's a fun show too. Nice. All right, and then I'm going to have to press this thank you button again. So I was going to say it again. I forgot to do the reminders and check-ins first. Ugh. Okay. Nope, still reminders and check-ins here. Hold on, we just need to clear off.
Thank you, Bring Me Rocks, for that gift sub.
Beep.
To Mimi.
Yes, thank you so very, very much. Okay. First, we want to say thank you to the uncentered Bob Blaho music. I thought I even checked those things. Where is it? No, it's definitely not centered. Thank you so much to Bob for being on the show. I still don't agree with his definition of a pizza, but I'll let it pass. So appreciate coming on, letting me win, and then also singing us a song. Very, very much appreciate that. Thank you to Davey. Davey's great, but Bell Space for letting us play that song for you. Her and her band letting us listen to that song here on the show for our emote wall. Thank you to, oh gosh, I am just a
Whoa.
hot mess of buttons tonight. Thank you to Joanna Park for her recommendation. That was a wonderful recommendation. Thank you to the Stream Scribe for doing the artwork for our scrapbook at the beginning of the show. Thank you to Kev from the Bunker for all of the music you've heard throughout the entire show. All of it. It's been great. And then also a huge giant thank you to our mods. They are wonderful and fabulous. Biggest pirates of them all. We love them greatly. And also thank you to all of you kind folks
Thank
that
you.
might come up on the credits, but also might not. Yeah, there it is. And then it's like super fast. What is
It's
going on?
flying today.
Yeah.
But thank you so much
Thank you. We do appreciate it.
for all those subs, gift subs, all
New
the new
follows.
follows.
Oh, that was a donation from Smack Talk in the middle of the week because he wanted me to learn how to play sea shanties on the kalimba.
Which is appreciated.
So much appreciation. We really love it. I'm gonna love playing the kalimba sea shanties. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be good at
Gonna
it.
be good.
I'm gonna be so good. It's gonna be good.
Love to see it.
Yep.
Thank you, Traceoff.
Thank you, Drasoth. If you end up down this way during the summertime, or not summertime, let us know.
If you're here not in the summer, don't let us know. We don't
Don't
want to
tell
know
us.
about it.
If you're not here in the summer, we don't even want to know. Yes, do that. Do that. And I will go to the brewery and get some Maine beer. I'm not gonna bring it to the anywhere, but I'll get it. Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you know the Muffin Man and also where we're going?
I do.
All right. I am going to press our bloop to raid. Where's that button? Do you know where it is? Where's our end?
Raid.
Yeah,
What'd you do with it?
I don't know. Where'd it go? Is it over here on this one? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. So, Drury Lane. That's the one. Grab those raid calls. If you are a sub, grab the sub raid call. We're going to go raid a lovely musician streamer. And before we head out, as we're letting that raid get set up, we are going to watch some clips and some Instagram stupidity. If you've not followed me on Instagram yet, you're probably better for it, but you'll see some craziness over there. And I will be reaching out to people for bingo purposes later this evening. Thank you all so much for being here. It will not be this evening. I don't know why I'm saying that. It'll
I
be
don't know either.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Or Saturday. I am tired.
We're gonna go see Matt Burrows, a streamer from Australia that I don't get to see too often because of the time differences, I think, but he's really good. And it's his 2-year stream anniversary.
Ooh, lovely.
So
All right. So here's this. We'll see you all real soon. Hope to see you while we piratey
Nice.
on Tuesday over at Island Adjacents. Bye everyone.
Oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, but that's my clownfish. Hands off my clownfish, all right?
Period of the show for she's going that way, okay.
I know that everything happens for a reason, but have you ever been sitting there like, what was the reason?
So if you're gonna do the rap, you're gonna do it in front of. You can do the rap right now, right? Since you hit the goal. I'm here for it. Let's go.
I'm not quite prepared for that.
She's just holding the snack like I'm gonna do a snack now.
Snack?
Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
Snack while rapping? Snack rap while snapping? Snack by rapping? What? There's word.
Someone doing yoga.
Someone doing yoga.
And their moves are centered around theft.
Theft-centered yoga moves. Could you name one of those moves?
I don't yoga.
Yeah, but what would a theft-centered yoga move be?
Pickpocket. Pickpocket. How much liquid